Justice League 42. Christopher Priest writing, Pete Woods on the art. The art, I've got to say, in this was a bit more sloppier than I'd expect from Pete Woods.
Yeah, but there's one moment in there that I really, really enjoyed of the art.
That's fair. That's fair. But there was a few
know,
things, especially early on, where
yeah.
I was feeling like, this looks a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's nothing like really that I can pin down. There's just a couple of panels here or there that just look a little bit off, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's fair. So Wonder Woman got shot, and Superman's racing her off, but Flash is like, "Hey, no, you stay here and protect the innocent people. I'll rush her off. I'm faster than you are, Clark, you idiot. Let me Flash."
Yeah, don't argue with me either, because I know I'm faster than you. I like that line.
Did anyone else find it weird when he calls him Cal?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't understand why anyone in the Justice League would call him Cal. It makes no sense to me.
Not these days. That feels like such a throwback, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, because he's Clark Kent. He's really not Kal-El. Like, only Kryptonian. Like, Supergirl can call him Cal. You know?
No, she makes sense, because she's from Krypton and she knows him as Cal first. Exactly. But everyone else, it feels weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like parts of this, but I don't like others, because it just feels like a cluster. Like, a lot of the stuff with Jizeki, don't...
I like the overall thing, but it's just the minutiae of it's a little bit jumbled.
Yeah.
Quick little fun thing first. So Jessica's still going on about the kiss and like not knowing what to do about it.
And still not giving us any resolution as to what actually happened.
Yeah, I don't like that part of it, but the conversation again was pretty funny, and then like her throwing the whole lunch thing back in Simon's face. Okay, I was having some fun with that. I like those characters. I like what they do. The rest of it though, yeah, like there's a lot of stuff with the Warlord, and it felt a bit weird to me, like how prominent Deathstroke's becoming in this. And I get that he's writing Deathstroke and he's tying it into stuff that he set up in Deathstroke, but it felt a bit weird, and I don't know.
I think this is going to be where in future I basically read this as a side arc to Deathstroke. Yep.
Yeah, rather than a Justice League story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously. Barry gets young Wally to go get Raven to help with some mystical healing going on next issue, presumably. I did like that the Lanterns show up and they're like, "Hey, where's the Watchtower? This was here when we left."
Yeah,
that was kind of funny. I was nice and touch of detail. But otherwise, though, like, I didn't love the issue. It was kind of fine.
No,
it was kind of fine.
I agree.
But
I like the theme and the tone of that. The Justice League can't get involved in every little single thing.
Yeah.
Because, there's so many... It's like trying to cut a bomb but being colorblind. Like, you don't know which one to snip because you're just going to make it worse.
Yeah, me and Pete had a whole debate about this.
We did last issue when you were here.
Yeah.
Do you know, like... And I like Deathstroke's involvement in the sense that he will be this wild card who will just shoot the fan, because that's what happens towards the end of this show. He actually just kills him and says, "You guys won't deal with this," and like, he doesn't say all this, but like,
Deathstroke's nothing but practical.
Yeah, but I basically sense that no, he understands the purpose that Justice League serve. He actually doesn't want them to be messed around like this. So he's like, "No, I'll just solve this problem for you, free of charge." Boom, right? He's dead.
I think it goes back to the core concept of Deathstroke's not evil. He doesn't do things because he wants to take over the world.
He's a true neutral. He's a soldier.
Right. He'll. Yeah. In many ways, the Justice League is good for him, and he knows that. So it's like, all right, you guys stick around. You deal with the big threats. That leaves me to make my money.
Pretty much. Yeah, you save the world so I can still get on with everything.
Yeah, it's basically politics in general, right? You can have all the grand ideas and want to do all the good, but when you start getting into the mess of it, you need that sociopath that's just gonna be like, okay, I don't care.
So I like that. I like that at the end, and I like just all sort of standing there being like, crap, like he just killed them, and like
he just iced him.
Obviously they're all against it, but he's kind of right. That's the problem solved. They can't really argue that.
Yeah, it's like, well, all right, I guess we're done there now.
Yeah, but I do have to criticize this a little bit. I feel like the whole thing with the fan being set up, it felt like the focus from him has been kind of taken away in the last few issues. And then, like, I'd have liked this ending to him if it was still focusing on him the entire time. And then this was kind of the shocking end that Deathstroke just comes in and takes care of it because it needs to be done. Instead, we even focused an entire new issue, an entire new sort of thesis in what we're talking about. Well, and then this just happens to happen at the end of this issue.
Well, because it went from the fan to the Red Lion as the villain.
Right, and I happen to prefer the stuff that it's tackling, the theological ideas of, okay, should the Justice League be involved in these international conflicts? Yeah. I prefer that line that he's going down.
I agree, but I think it's clunkier the way he's told that story.
It is.
That is fair. I agree the ideas a lot more, but it seems weird in this story. I don't think he had enough issues to tell both of these stories.
No. It's like he's like, oh, this will be one time writing Justice League. I've got, maybe 20 issues of story that I could do. Oh, I've only got like 12. Never mind. I'll just squeeze it all in.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it's mainly a side story of Deathstroke at this point.
Yeah, which I don't think I hate. I think I'll be fine with that in future. It's a little disappointing right now. Okay, that's what this is. Learning about it as we go, because it started off as, this could be a really fun Justice League story.
And it was the first half. I think it was. I think so, it's technically still the same arc, but when they changed it to Justice League Lost, they're calling it a new arc.
Yeah.
Like, I think this half has definitely been the weaker half, and maybe shouldn't have forced in this much. And it's almost like he Priest is determined to like make some good points and have a sort of more in-depth story. And I feel like if you don't have the issues for it, just go simpler and just make sure it reads well and it works.
Priest is willing to compromise on he's not willing to go
to a fault.
Like, he's like, no, I have my ideas, I'm getting them out there no matter how.
He likes complexity, so
I definitely, from what I've read now, I'd say I like Priest a lot, as long as he has the space to tell his story. Like, I think this story, let's say over another 10 issues or so, could have been fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's all just a bit condensed, a bit crammed in.
Yeah.
No. So my one highlight in the art, I teased it earlier, there's that shot of Superman carrying Wonder Woman and the sunburst behind him. And it's just...
Yeah, the title page, right?
Yeah. I love that so much.
Yeah,
it looks great. So, all the other art, it's not so great, but that one...
I don't think it's all that bad, though. Like,
but again, it's also not...
there.
Great.
There was enough moments where I went, this looks a bit whatever. Like, there was too many times where I went, not in disgust, but just kind of like, that's not quite right. I think for me to just overall think the art's a little bit meh on this issue.
No, that's fair. I'm not really digging Cyborg's new look either.
Me neither.
Nah, not feeling it.
Or Cyborg in general, but hey.
The whole rebooting. Oh, he rebooted. He's a computer. He rebooted. That's great.
Yeah. That said, if Priest ever wants to do a Green Lantern Corps story, I feel like he'd be able to tackle some of these themes, but on
an intergalactic level.
Yeah, so it'd be basically the same type of stuff, just with planets instead of countries. So
yeah, it's not so dissimilar to the sort of stuff that Venditti's doing at the end of his stuff.
Or even Seeley, what he's been doing.
Yeah.